I know why, because I was not selected on the game temporarily. Tisk, 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 tisk. Anyways, hopefully my game sounds are not too low. I've been having them a lot lower, so let me know if they are too low and I'll turn them back up a little bit. So here we can see a Terran player, new era up in the, well, top I'll call it. And then off to the right here we've got Lemon Butter, the Zerg player. Lemon Butter. I would not suggest that flavor of butter. And of course he's going to try and do this trick where his overlord sees the command center and then turns away, but no, he lets his overlord get spotted, and you can see this SCV turning around and saying, I know exactly where you are. So a little bit of miss micro on that, being the overlord coming in at such a sharp angle. I think it was SCV's, maybe it was the command center. They got vision of that overlord. Usually you can park it right, come right here and then turn around as soon as you start to see that, and you know and they don't know. But sadly he does let his opponent get that, but otherwise it's a pretty standard game. We're seeing a 14 hatch, I believe that was. We're seeing Terran play pretty standard. Well, okay, I'm going to ignore the fact that he built that supply depot too early, as I just talk about it and don't ignore it. But either way, we can see this overlord coming in saying, yeah, I'm going to check out your base. I just want to be friends. We can all be friends. And we see another early refinery coming down from a Terran player, which would suggest early tech play, something like that, something really cool. And this overlord's like, Jesus, come on, you made me stop right at the ramp. You knew there'd be Marines there, but no. As we can see that factory coming down fast, which really shows that, okay, we've got that too early gas. That factory should be something interesting, but of course our Zerg player has not scouted that, and he has opted for the Ninja expansion. I would just like to say I'm not a big fan of Ninja expansions, especially as Zerg, because usually players will scout the map regularly for Zerg expansions because, well, Zerg loves to expand. As we can see, the Roach Warren coming down, a scan coming out, not a very useful scan. Considering there's nothing defending this base, a single SCV could have gotten all that same information. Maybe it wouldn't have been able to get up to the Roach Warren, now that there are a couple Roaches here. But either way, it would have seen a lot of information without having to waste all of that scan energy, which could have been a mule that mined 270 minerals. Of course, a Marine for a little bit of scouting, but the Roach is coming out at the perfect timing. What game sense? And looking back at our Terran player, he's been teching up. He's been teching. No, our Terran player grabbed fast gas so that he could do absolutely nothing with it other than get out a factory, and then 7.5 minutes into the game, get out a starport. Of course, he does have some Marauders coming out, but you do not need double fast gas for Marauders. So there we go, our player's making some crucial mistakes, really. We can expect that at this level of play. So some Roaches coming out to park out this base for absolutely no reason. A Hellion deciding, I'm going to take the Watchtower and fail. Yeah, new era, you need to scoot it to about, I'll draw you a little green box. Have it somewhere in that box. Yeah, and then you'll get the Watchtower. Anyways, the Roach is doing absolutely nothing. They poked up, did a bit of damage, but got fended off by that meaty army. Of course, our creep spread not being that great, but who the hell cares? Because we really don't want to give away our Ninja expansions by having creep go all the way over there. As you can see, gas, which was got quite a while ago, absolutely nothing being done with it. Awesome. And another gas coming out, and absolutely nothing being done with it. And we can see the Spire being made at this base. Very good idea to make the Spire here in case your main base gets destroyed, but also a very bad idea if they come and sneak into this expansion, as he has a very, very slow army. He has Roaches. I do believe that they have the Roach speed. Movement speed, yes. They do have the Roach speed, but they definitely are not a very fast unit to be able to spread across mass. Another expansion going up in the top left there. Or, sorry, in the left side here. For our Zerg player trying to Ninja once again. As I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Ninja expansions. So you can see Roach Hydra, a combination we rarely see used against Terran players. I do like the fact that he has started to get upgrades, but I would like to see him continue with that upgrade path. Our Terran player getting some pretty useless terrain advantage, or positional advantage, whatever you want to call it, but nonetheless trying to push out and have advantage. And yeah, I don't know what he's trying to scan, but right now our Terran player, having scanned that there's absolutely no expansion here, he should be saying, oh my god, Zerg doesn't have an expansion in front of their base. Oh my god, what the heck's going on? Oh my god, oh my god. And they should be freaking out and saying, he's got a Ninja expansion somewhere, or something really, 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 really crazy is coming out. So anyways, if we look at the income tab, our Zerg player has that extra hatchery, but really not taking full advantage of it, not getting high saturation, and these siege tanks really should be brought forward over here somewhere where they're sort of out of range of this clip and still shoot up there with the help of the medevac. Really, they're not much use back here. Yeah, they're not. Anyways, I'm done bashing him for the moment. As we can see, the starport being extra useful as there we go, double medevacs coming out, really getting a lot of medevacs. And as we can see, our Zerg player has his expansion, doing nothing with it yet, but I'm sure he will soon be doing something. And of course, this gas, we can see 2 workers on this and 3 workers on there, so finally starting to use those gas. And what do we have on the production tab? Mutalisks starting to come out. I think this is Overlord drops. Nothing too interesting until Nidus! Hell yeah, so I told you there was going to be something interesting about this game, something sort of pretty fancy, unique, funny, and there is going to be a base trade to the extreme and use of Nidus network. So guys, I'm going to try and be casting some fun, cool games on my channel, and I'm looking to try and get you guys some games that have some pretty interesting Nidus play, base trades, crazy shenanigans like this, even if the rest of the game isn't that interesting. You know, we'll just sort of fast forward to that. And of course, leaving his siege tanks behind. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Seriously? Like, you just left us down here. Guys, if some Zerglings run in, we're dead in like 2 seconds. So as we can see, the stim being done, this poor one medevac doing what it can to try and that Nidus worm popping up over here. Tons of units spewing out, tons of damage, super fast. Oops, sorry. There was a Marine here trying to kill this Nidus, but a couple of Mutalisks came over and dealt him damage. And all these SCVs running away. Whoa, do they actually know? They don't even know anything is up here, but they're just running over here, and oh my god, they find the hatchery, and look at this. Like, this is way more interesting than all the battles going on. I'm going to tell you once it happens, but you know. Okay, come on, SCVs. Do it. There we go. SCVs taking out a hatchery. Look at this beautiful surround. Perfect surround. And of course, because workers can pass right through other units when collecting minerals, they can actually pass right through here, continue collecting. But as we can see, going back to all the action, the Hydra's taking out a ton of buildings, the Roaches taking out the ones that sadly can't fly. Our Terran player in Scrambles trying to send everything back here. The siege tanks holding on the line, making sure to back into the main base while he was busy taking out every building. This Roach Warren starting to take damage, being off the creep, does not like that. These Hydras sadly can't hit this because of high ground advantage, even though there's flying unit right there. But either way, as we can see, those SCVs actually taking out a hatchery. Quite impressive play. Wow, have you guys ever seen that? We're gonna have to go back just a little bit for this. Yeah, this is like, okay, I gotta go back just a little more. Oh, just about. There we go, we saw exploding, and look at this. SCVs taking down this hatchery. What ballers they are. Hell yeah, who said SCVs weren't good units? And down goes that hatchery with 5 damage at a time. Of course, so our Zerg player does have this expansion here. If we look at the vision of our Red Terran player, absolutely no scouting, does not know this is here, and this will be the end be all, whatever you want to call it. And of course, our Terran, look at this race continue on. We're just going to fast forward through this, so because really, what's going on? Putting random auxiliary hatches in random places, I don't quite agree with that, but I guess he was just doing that in case this one got found, but this one's a little close to this one. Either way, putting that aside, our Terran player is wondering, what the hell, where are you building still? Why aren't you being revealed? And so he's coming up here saying, oh yeah, there was a couple buildings here. Oh, you gotta kill overlords. No, overlords not the answer, buddy. Of course, trying to get this command center down, getting whatever economy back. He did save some of his SCVs, but really he should have been saving a lot more. He had a ton of SCVs, he'd be doing a lot better. But if we look, mules dropping down, look at that income skyrocket for that Terran player. Mineral resource collection rate off of 4 harvesters. And there we go, the GG, the mutas fly in. And our Terran player, only having 9 measly Marines, knows that he cannot take on this many mutas, and he leaves. Oh wait, no, there's no GG. My bad. The rage quit happens. The Terran player knowing that he cannot beat these 9 mutas. And seriously guys, though, if someone is cool enough to like Nidus you, come on, give him a GG. That's pretty epic. Come on, you know. Okay. Okay, sorry guys if my voice is a bit hoarse. Probably just haven't been drinking enough water lately. Who knows? Maybe I've been showcasting too many games. Who knows? But either way, guys, I hope you really enjoy these games, even though, yeah, I hope they're exciting. I hope they're fun. I'm trying to find you guys some fun games. I'm not really specifically doing pro high-level games. You know, there's a lot of channels that do high-level pro games. I might get into that, but right now there's a ton of people who do that. So, you know, I just like doing some interesting things. So I'm going to be casting some games that are pretty interesting, even if the players aren't the most interesting because they aren't 300 blistering APM players. As we can see, 55 and 65 was the average for these two players. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you at the next game.